Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to be talking about a very important topic: how to trade with the trend. How to trade with the trend is a very popular saying that the trend is always your friend. And if you really understand what is happening on the markets, you will know that the best trades always happen when you are trading towards the trend. Sorry guys. The best trades always happen when you align your entry with the trend. All right. So today we are going to be talking about how to get the best possible entries for your trades and the way you could be able to utilize good entries and ride the higher time frame trend. All right, so here we have on the chart, I'm going to make a very simple representation of what a trend looks like, how you can be able to participate in an already moving trend. Let's take, for instance, you were not able to capture the entry from where it began, but you can still enter the entry, and I'm going to show you the tricks and tips for you to be able to capitalize on an already moving trend, even if you were not there from the beginning. So we have a trend right here, an uptrend. I love uptrends. All right. We have an uptrend to the upside. Now, you notice that in any given trend, once price is trending, there is always the push phase and there is always the correction phase. All right. If this were to be a lower time frame, you will see that this is our push phase. All right. And this would have been our correction phase. This is our push phase, and we have a correction phase. Another push phase, correction phase, push, correction. All right. So basically what I'm trying to say is very simple. There is going to be push phases and there is going to be correction phases. And the best way for you to always get into any trade is to wait for the correction phase. You do not want to find yourself entering these trades here or here, because price tends to pull back and take your stop loss. Especially in any moving trend, you always have to wait for price to pull back into at least the 50% level of the previous impulse phase. At least 50%. Now let's use our Fibonacci tool and let's see what the 50% actually looks like. Okay, right here you can see we have the 50% over here. All right, we have the 50% over here. Price needs to pull back at least to 50% of this previous push phase. All right, until price gets to that 50%, it is very reckless for you to try to get into trades anywhere above the 50%. Number one, you are not gonna get the best risk to reward to your trades. Why? Because if you are taking any trades anywhere above the 50, the best stop loss you will ever have should be below the swing low. All right. And if you do not wait for price to pull down or to push back into the 50% level, sometimes price could go deeper to the 618 or whatever level you use on your Fibonacci. But the major point I'm trying to make right here is always make sure you wait for the pullback to happen. The pullback is very, very important. Your entries should be coming in anywhere below the 50. All right, anywhere below the 50. This will make sure to give you a very nice risk to reward to your trade. If you enter above the 50, let's take for instance, we got an entry above the 50 right here, and we are targeting the previous swing high, and this is our protected low. Now this is going to be a negative risk to reward, but if you are able to wait for price to push down towards the 50 or the 618, and then you start looking for entries, this will give you a better risk to reward, in the sense that once you place your stop loss below the protected low, price tends to respect this low, because we know that in an uptrend, when price creates a higher high, all right, a higher low, a higher high, price tends to respect the higher low while it keeps breaking the higher high. This is basic market structure. If you pay attention to this, price will always respect higher lows and disrespect higher highs in an uptrend. In a downtrend is vice versa. Price will always disrespect the lower low and respect the higher lows. All right, so always bear in mind to follow price action very, very nicely, and you will always find yourself at the point where you will always make good and profitable trades. Guys, remember, in an uptrend, we do not take trades in the push phase. While price is pushing, you do not want to be taking trades here. These are the places where you want to take trades within the pullback phase. This is not the best place to take trade. The pullback phase is always the best place for you to start looking for entries. All right, some people might actually take entries from the very early stage of the push phase, but if you cannot be able to get your entries from the very early stage of the push phase, and price has already moved at least 50% of the pullback, you do not want to be getting in here, because what price is going to do is only going to give you a few pips in your direction and then pull back against you, hitting your stop losses here, and then continue in your direction. And you will be wondering, the market makers are against me. No, you are against yourself. You are the person who is making very wrong entries. Now, this is where patience comes into trading. Many traders are not patient enough to wait for this pullback phase to happen. They do not wait for pullback phases to complete. Once they see price, I think it's going to leave me, price is still pulling back, you have to wait until price completes its pullback. And one of the ways you can actually identify that a pullback is almost completed is when there is a pullback in an uptrend, price tends to start creating lower lows and lower highs until price shifts structure, again realigning itself with the original trend. This is the best time you start to look for entries to take the original direction of the trend. All right, guys, this is where we are going to end this day's topic. But remember two things: do not enter in the push phase. Secondly, always wait for your pullback so that you can be able to utilize a better and profitable risk to reward ratio in your trading. And if you found value in this topic, please kindly subscribe to our channel and also like this video. put your comments on the comment section if you have anything you want to contribute, and I will always be available to reply and assist you guys as much as possible. And I love you all. See you on the next one. Peace.